We stand tall, we rise as one. No labels, the work ain't done. No. Motor leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Won't you lead 'em from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Saturday, guys. Happy Saturday and welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you that are here for round two, welcome back. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Tonight, we're back yet again doing what we do. Y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all saw the title. We're talking about Miss Theresa. Her behavior explains everything. The devil ran her house for years. And we saw her spiral in real time. Real time. Poor Kenneka didn't stand a chance, even when she was alive. Didn't stand a chance. So tonight we gather here and we're going to talk about it. Here at MOCA and the NOLA Bells, everybody's somebody. All opinions are welcome. All opinions matter. And we're here as a family to talk about things that matters. Thing that needs the public's attention. Here, we stand on purpose, and purpose speaks louder than popularity all day long. Here is where we tell the truth, even when the truth is heavy, complicated, or even sometimes very uncomfortable. Theresa has been spiraling, y'all, in real time. In real time. But the truth is, this spiral, it didn't just start today. It didn't start last week, and it didn't start with the crime, the confusion, the breakdown, or even the naked lies. This behavior is the reflection of a home where chaos lived. Instability is what raised her children. And where the devil ran that house long before that hotel did. And when you finally see who Theresa really was as a mother, you start to understand why Kenneka never stood a chance, not even in life. So for those of you that are here, welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. For those of you that are hanging in the bushes, sitting in the clouds, I invite you to drop down and join the chat. And right now I'm speaking to all my cousins, my neighbors, my friends, Nola Bells and Bows. Before you all get settled, make sure you go on and hit that like button for your girl. It helps push this truth out. And don't forget the emojis on the right. Tap those too. Let YouTube know that your girl is back live yet again. This live stream is no different from no other live stream that I do. And here is where I greet each and every one of my people. Because here we're family. Happy Saturday, guys. Happy Saturday. Carla Henry, welcome, my love. Tay Aisha, I see you, baby. Pete J, welcome back, sister. Kristen, my beautiful sister, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to you. Hey, Travis, welcome, my love. Miss B, what's going on, sister? I see you, love. Happy Saturday, my love. Sassy, welcome back, sis. Welcome back. April Webster, I see you, my sister. I see you. Welcome. Happy Saturday to you. My beautiful sister, Dr. J. I see you, boo. I see you. The love in here is real. The connection we have in here is everything. There are no big eyes. There are no little U's. Here we are definitely family. Sunshine Sean, welcome, my love. My beautiful niece Tarsha, welcome, sis, welcome. Cynthia Harmon, happy Saturday to you, my love. Sister Sean B, I see you, boo. Hey, D, welcome, Deidre, my sister, welcome. Anika, welcome, my love. Charlotte Stewart, happy Saturday to you, baby. Samantha, happy Saturday. Hey, Rosalind, happy Saturday, my love. Hey, Tanya, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to you. My beautiful sister, Rashina. Welcome, baby, welcome. Welcome back, Erica Red. Welcome back, my love. Look at my sis. Thank you, Sister Rashina. She says, light it up. Love selfishly. Welcome, boo. Happy Saturday to you. Charlotte Stewart, thank you so very much for the super sticker, my love. Kimberly Earls, I see you, baby. Red, welcome back. Welcome, love. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, beautiful soul. I see you, my love. So, guys, we're going to get started. And again, like I said, if you haven't hit that like button, please do so. We're about to get started. And I have to ask you all before we dive in, as mothers, ain't no nonsense, welcome, baby. As mothers, aunts, sisters, and cousins, what's one red flag in a home that always tells you a child is raising themselves? Drop your answers in the chat. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Thank you for catching the replays, Rosalind. Thank you so much. Let's talk about who. Hey, Shirley's Webb. Welcome, sis. Happy Saturday to you. I love you even more, girl. Let's talk about who Theresa was before the spiral. Because it don't take much. It don't take much to see. Valerie Green, welcome, my love. that Theresa has been off the charts. Before the breakdown, before the lies, before the confusion, before her running those cold ass streets naked, you got to know there was already a history. Welcome, Marty. Happy Saturday, my love. Theresa wasn't stable, guys. Theresa wasn't structured. Robin, welcome, baby. Welcome to the chat. And even Theresa was not grounded as a mother. Theresa said on live and she said a lot of things. She bragged about how she ran those streets, having multiple chaotic relationships. She talked about how she ran drugs, how she did this, and she was proud of that lifestyle. Living a lifestyle that left little room for emotional presence or protection. Hey, Leanne, happy Saturday, baby. So my thing is, Theresa had all that going on. That only meant that her children grew up in a world of inconsistencies, dealing with adult conflicts, survival. Those children grew up on survival and not structure. Nothing but chaos. No guidance. They lived in a home built on secrets, neglect, and a mother who was mentally elsewhere. That was not a nurturing home. I could promise you all that. Cool girl, sister, happy Saturday, baby. This was a house built on dysfunction, not direction. Let me tell y'all something. Theresa didn't just wake up one day unstable. You have to know that. She's been unstable. Her mind, her decisions, her lifestyle. None of that was grounded enough to raise a daughter like Kenneka into no type of safety. Some people around here want to act shocked now. But baby, let me tell you, the seeds of this spiral, this was planted years ago. Years ago. And if that was the foundation, let's talk about what that poor baby was walking through inside that house. Because Kenneka lived through this every day. Every day. And just looking at her demeanor in videos and her being surrounded by other people, she looked like she was just trying to fit in and wanting to belong. Looking for a way out. Kenneka Marie, welcome, sis. See, people out here talking about the hotel, the party, the friends. But they never talk about that home. They never talk about that home where Kenneka came from. Kenneka was never protected. She was not emotionally supported. She was not given a stable environment. Because inside that home, per Theresa, there were fights. Tina, welcome, my love. Instability was normal. Theresa had problem after problem after problem with men in that home, and her children had to see that. And Theresa was absent from the lives of her children. She was absent mentally, emotionally, and spiritually because she had other things going on. And it all circled around a man. This wasn't a safe place for a child. This was the beginning of a life spent trying to survive adults that needed healing. Kristen said, Theresa needs help. I don't know. I don't know if I believe her and what's going on in her head. Antoine, welcome, my love. My beautiful niece, Tarsha, thank you so very much for that super chat, super sticker, boo. Thank you. Kristen says, I don't know what kind of spirits are in her, but it just didn't happen because of her daughter. You better know it, Kristen. It's bigger than that. You don't end up in danger outside of the home if you weren't already in danger inside of it. Let that sink. And I'll say it again for those that's in the back. You don't end up in danger outside of the home if you weren't already in danger inside of it. That baby grew up navigating storms that she never caused. And she learned how to survive in a house where no one was protecting her. Catrice, welcome, my love. She said, I grew up with Theresa's whole family. Wow. So Catrice, I'm going to pause right there. So Catrice, baby, is it safe to say that the behaviors that we're seeing of Theresa today, is it safe to say that this is a new? I would love to know. I would love to know, because nobody that's spiritually grounded or is the world's greatest mother or somebody that's just trying would ever do the things that she's doing. Mm. And I see y'all saying that Theresa's a whole demon, but she's not. She's not. Theresa just never loved herself. She allowed others to dictate her life to her. Catrice says it's new to her. Theresa is a very sweethearted person. CW, welcome, boo. And that's possible. But she's in a place right now to where she has no control over her life. That demonic spirit has taken over. And the reason MOCA believes those demons have taken over Theresa at this very moment. You know, we can't go through life living a certain way, treating people a certain way, doing things that aren't acceptable and right in God's eyes. Because y'all ever heard of spinning the block. Marty, thank you so very much, my love. What you do today, you're going to see tomorrow. So be mindful of what you put out in the universe today if you don't want it to slap you back tomorrow. And if you all are feeling this conversation, hit that like button. Share out the live because people need to hear this, because it ain't just going on with Theresa. There are other people that's out there that's going through this shit too. The difference between Theresa and others. Theresa had no control of the way she presented. So she put it out there for the world to see. Catrice said she lived 4 blocks away from Theresa growing up. They went to the same grammar and high school. Time has a way of changing people. And it's so unfortunate that the Theresa you once knew, Catrice, is no longer the same Theresa. It's a shame. Tina said Teresa's unhinged. She should have did this 8 years ago, speaking up. Well, if you want to call it that for her daughter, it's too late. Well, I don't think it's too late, because you see the demons that Teresa's playing with right now, right? They're playing a tug of war with her mind. They're playing it with her heart, her spirituality. Everything is being tested right now. And Theresa may not be a bad person, but Theresa has some shit hitting inside of her that needs to come out. And the more she sits on it, the more she cover up and hide and lie and protect, the more she's going to spiral. And I do believe Theresa knows God. But God ain't pleased with the way she's moving. And that's why he's in none of her mess. That's why he's not in her mess. It's a shame that we have to see this, especially after knowing that Kenneka left here the way that she did, and there's still no answers for it. Kenneka grew up. Thank you so very much, Catrice. God bless you, boo. Kenneka grew up navigating storms, y'all, that she never caused. And that baby learned how to survive in a house where nobody protected her. Nobody. And we could speak on the danger inside that home. It ain't nothing that we pulled out of our ass. It's something that even Kenneka spoke on. And the truth gets dark at a time or two. Kenneka, young lady, in her home, or what should have been a home, because every house is not a home, y'all. We have to accept that fact that every house is not a home. Charlotte's Web, my love, thank you so very much for the cash app, boo. Every house is not a home. Kenneka, walking around our own house with the knife in her hand to protect herself from Theresa's living boyfriend. Now, MOCA has a problem with that. A child carrying a weapon under her own roof. Hey, Top, happy Saturday, Mama, welcome. That alone tells you everything you need to know about the environment. That tells you everything you need to know about the fear, the instability. It also takes you back to Theresa's judgment when it came to the men she chose. Theresa's mental state at that time and the dangers inside that home. Any mother who doesn't notice her daughter gripping a knife isn't present. Any mother who notices but ignores it is far from stable. And if she turned a blind eye just to keep a man in her bed, that's neglect to the highest of degrees. We ain't into sugarcoating shit. If your child have to walk around with a knife in your house, you better accept, you better know, and you better understand your child ain't the problem. You're the damn danger to your own child. Theresa wasn't protecting that baby. Kenneka was protecting her damn self. And any mother who chooses a man over her child's safety ain't in her right damn mind, and she don't deserve the title of mother. And it gets worse. Because this unstable thinking didn't just show up in Theresa's home. It spilled out onto the internet in the form of wild, delusional lies. That's how I know the devil got his hands all on Theresa, all in her business. And Theresa came out here. Thank you so very much, Rashina. When Theresa came out here and publicly claimed that Lil Durk sent people to break in her house to unalive her son, y'all gotta know that wasn't just a lie. That was an early sign of paranoid and delusion, right? Antoine said the crash out is real. It's over, Theresa. You will reap what you sow. Your time is up. The karma cannot go backwards, only forward. She's feeling it right now, Antoine. And it's sad. You all are, hey, Rhapsody, welcome, my love. For those of you that sits in these bushes, night after night, hitting the like button is not hard. It's not hard. It's free. As a matter of fact, free 99. Hit the like button, share out the live. Drop down in the chat, because over here we're all family. And we would love to have you to be a part of this discussion. We really would. So when Theresa said that Lil Durk sent somebody to her house, Theresa had, thank you, Tom and Rashina, Theresa had no evidence, y'all. No police reports. No motive, no connection. Be careful, Catrice, and thank you for dropping in, boo. Be careful on your drive home. Theresa created a whole fictional threat instead of addressing the real danger that was in her home. This is the moment that showed Theresa didn't just lose touch with reality. She didn't just recently start losing touch with reality. That Theresa been unraveling, and nobody would pay attention. Nobody. Let me tell y'all something. When a grown woman started hollering, Lil Durk, a whole multi-platinum rapper is sending hitman to her house. You better know that Theresa's mind been gone. Because there ain't no truth was in that. What interest would a Lil Durk, a Big Durk, a No Durk, what interest would they have in going to Theresa's home? Meanwhile, she's making up these wild stories that nobody paid attention to. And the real danger was the man laying in her bed and the chaos that was going on inside her home. But she's out here creating storylines. All these pieces, the instability, the delusion, the chaos, all this shit has led us right into what we're seeing today. Right where we are today. Karma is real. Kristen says, what if it's anger she feels? Everyone left her after the money went dry. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know what facts and receipts out there showing where the money went. Not just flapping gums. Well, it's not up to us. It's not up to us because that's not our business. It's nobody's business, honestly, where Theresa's money went, what she did with it. It's not the public's business, right? We do know that Theresa made a bad choice accepting that money. And only Theresa can answer to the heartache, the headache, the drama, the sleepless nights, the funk she's in now. Only she can answer to how this money has taken her there. Because the fact that she accepted it, that's what have her out of control at this very moment. Believe it or not. So sometimes we have to understand all money ain't good money. And it appears that this money was not good money. It's not good money. Samantha says they may be threatening her, and this might be her only way to stay alive. I thought about that as well, Samantha, right? Let me tell you something. If she's being threatened, and this is just me speaking as a woman, as a mother, right? If she's being threatened, as a woman and as a mother, I'm willing to lay down for mine. I don't give a damn. Whether it's the jail or the grave, I'm going to take that for mine. She chose the other route, and it was too late for that. Too late for that. Because there's no way I'm going to compromise and accept what you want me to believe happened to my child when I'm supposed to know my child. And now the money's gone. Your daughter had never come back. And because you didn't do right by her, now you have sleepless nights. You should have watched The Color Purple. Celie said, until you do right by me. You must have missed the memo, Theresa. And I think that's what Kenneka is telling you right now. Until you do right by me. Because I've never seen such. Ma'am, you're losing it. So, Samantha, that could be a great possibility that she's being threatened. Antoine says she plays with God's name too much. She's being destroyed spiritually. I could believe that. I could truly believe that, because now in the space that she in, she need to leave God where he is. She need to leave him where he is. And right now, Kenneka's not allowing Theresa to get an ounce of rest. And she knows it's Kenneka that got her spiraling. She knows this. And she got to know that God don't bless no mess. So now, to my understanding, right? After that outburst, Theresa running through those cold ass streets. See, she don't have nothing more to say. Theresa is telling without telling. You're running through the streets of Chicago. Cold like it is, Theresa, naked as a jaybird with socks on, showing off a BBL. 2 days prior, your exact words were, they killed her because she mentioned my name. Then the next day, you running out there naked as a jaybird, ma'am. And you're saying, look at how they messed up my BBL. What does one have to do with the other? But that ain't you, that's them demons. Hey, Simone, welcome, boo. That's them demons. And I have to ask myself over and over and over again. And I still have not come up with a logical answer. And maybe somebody in the chat could help me. Because what MOCA wants to know is this. Where was Theresa's family? God damn it, they all were around when the money was there. She had family, she had friends, she had people she didn't know. They all was there. Theresa had house parties. She had men on top of men on top of men. But Theresa, you get in a place of spiraling. Where was these people that allowed you to be out here unhinged like this? I'm so confused. And I shouldn't be confused about that, Theresa. They always said, when you got money, you got friends. When the money goes, everybody goes. And you know what's really sad? Not only did the money leave, but Theresa, it appears that even your children left. Those same children, your daughter, the son, that collected that blood money right along with you, they left you right there. They left you right there. I don't get it. Antoine said the sad thing about her revealing is no one is going to be there for her. Everything is going to be stripped away from her and everybody will walk away. This thing we call karma is real. Of course it is. And it's starting with our mind. Starting with our mind. Let me just say this. 9 times 9, welcome, my love. Let me just say this. There's almost 200 people in here. And I haven't even gotten 100 likes yet. I have a problem with that. I would never come to your house and not speak. And I have a problem with you coming to mine and choosing not to. Hitting the like button don't cost you a thing. Won't cost a thing. And I'd appreciate it if you'd just be so gracious and kind to hit the like button. So let me keep on with my commentary. Marty said she's a loose cannon. And those she signed that NDA for will be getting uneasy with her actions right about now. She need to go sit and quiet herself because she's crossing some powerful people. And that's what's happening. Marty, she wants to tell. She wants to tell, but she can't. And that's why she's in the space she's in right now, right? She wants to tell. And it's a shame. And I don't know all the secrets that she's holding. But I can almost assure you all that what she's holding on to and the demons that's eating her up right now is bigger than just Kenneka. She's done some things. She's been into some things. Kate Bless, welcome, my love. Welcome, guys. She's been into some things. Tarsha says, honestly, I think Theresa got a hold of some bad stuff. She's very demonic. And she wasn't that way before she got that money. I heard that too. Money took her to a new place. And then what I'm thinking is, hey, Mary, welcome, boo. What I'm thinking is when Theresa got that money, Theresa got introduced to different people, places, and things. She thought she was bigger than that. She thought she was bigger than life. But how the hell can you celebrate? How the hell can you go on and living your life partying and doing everything else with blood money, knowing that your child ain't resting properly? You never fought for justice. You never seek closure And you may think Kenneka didn't know this, but her spirit was weary, Theresa. And the weary gets no rest. You took money, you and your daughter and your son, in Kenneka's name. And you didn't give her the justice that she deserved. Make that make sense. Hey, Lady Libra, welcome, baby. Make it make sense. So what's going on with you today, Theresa? Baby, you better know. You signed up for this. Nobody done nothing to you. Nobody put nothing on you. Nobody came after you. This is a life you chose. You wrote your own script when you made all the wrong choices. All of them. And sacrificed your daughter in the process, because we have to call a thing a thing. Antoine said the day she chose money over truth, karma started stalking her life. And now karma has kicked the door in, and that's a fact. Samantha said, we don't know the situation. I pray that she can get the help that she needs. Samantha, you and I both, and we all pray that she gets the help that she needs. But in the process of her getting the help that she needs, we cannot sit here and ignore the fact that she's in the space that she's in because of piss poor choices. Theresa made these choices. We can't ignore it. I do pray she gets the help that she needs. But she also got to want it for herself. And she also got to want to know that it's time to give Kenneka the justice that she deserves. Because I'd be damned if I sit up here, woe is me to Theresa. And Kenneka's still sitting up there. Kenneka just got a headstone a couple of months ago. And this shit been going on since 2017. So where was Kenneka's mind? Not Kenneka. Where was Theresa's mind all this time? I'll be damned if I sit up here and pull a sympathy card out when Theresa didn't give a damn about her own child. And you got to ask yourself, the way she treated her daughter, do she deserve sympathy? And because she treated her the way that she treated her, one thing you got to know, God sees all. He knows all. And he ain't letting Theresa escape with this one. No, ma'am. Antoine, and she's lost control. Okay, says Rashina. She has truly lost. Exactly, Robin. See what greed does to a person? Look at what Robin says. MOCA. She could have gotten more money, but she took a deal. See, when you ain't used to nothing. And that's where we're going to take that. When you ain't used to nothing, right? Theresa took that money, y'all. That part we know. But we have to ask ourselves the question. We have to ask ourselves the question. Theresa took that money. Who was Theresa protecting? Who was she protecting? See, right now, whomever Theresa was protecting back then, when she signed that NDA, I could almost guarantee you, the way Theresa's out here on public display, those people done cut ties with Theresa. Those people done told Theresa to kiss their ass. She's on her own. They wish they never knew her. So now she's no longer in communication with these people. She has no man. The money is gone. Her children done left her. She's by herself. And now she done lost her mind. Huh. That's Theresa's story. That's a story. Robin says, I think Kenneka is hunting her. And she is. She is. Hey, Cindy, welcome to the chat, my love. Cindy says blood money is the worst kind of money to ever possess. It ruins lives just like the devil does. And that's what's happening right now, Cindy. She's walking in it. She's living in it. And it's a shame to see her or anybody go through shit like that. But you got to pay for the shit that you do. Marty says Kenneka right now is standing on Theresa's neck. And she's haunting her very soul. And that she is, Marty. Oh yeah, Top. She's haunting the shit out of her. No Nonsense says the love of money is the root to evil. And this is a clear example of it. Playing out in real time, baby. Playing out in real time. The money left, everybody left. Sean B says, you know what they say about how they smile in your face? Money, money, money. Robin says, Theresa had her naked ass walking in them streets. In the middle of all of that chaos, she's hollering, peace, be still. What? See, Theresa ain't got the sense of a flea. And it's sad because Theresa accepted those people telling her that Kenneka froze to death. Now, I ain't no forensic specialist, right? But one thing I do know, is from the last time they said they saw Kenneka on camera, which was what, 3:30 that morning, to the time they found her, it would have took a hell of a lot longer than that for Kenneka to be frozen to death. But she said her ass there and she accepted that. You sold yourself and you sold your child. 9 times 9 says sins we commit will have to be answered for before we leave this earth, baby. And that's a fact. Theresa around here praying for those sins with her mind. Her days are short and they're getting shorter and shorter. Shorter and shorter. No Nonsense says, I don't have much sympathy for her because of what she allowed to happen to her child. That part. That part. And in my opinion, I believe Theresa was connected to some very, very, very dangerous people. When Theresa came out here and started talking about the life she lived, her lifestyle, the people she ran with, and then signing that NDA, and then in the next breath coming out here saying they killed my child because she said my name. Okay, Theresa, so now it seems like your name carried a little weight and you was caught up in some dangerous shit. So what did you have going on, Theresa, that made it appear that just by your name being mentioned, that was a dangerous situation for Kenneka? So you have to be careful of the tongue. You have to be careful of the tongue. Theresa's out here telling without telling. Theresa came out here spiraled in real time. We've seen Theresa naked, slurring her words, crying, slobbering, spitting, claiming spirits were attacking her, told stories that she contradicted over and over. Theresa displayed signs of paranoia. She showed us that she was mentally collapsing in real time. She even had an argument with the demons. Theresa broke down on the camera. Y'all, this is not new behavior. It's new to us. It's new to us. But it ain't new. Right now, Kenneka is making Theresa expose herself. Kenneka is making Theresa expose herself because, in my opinion, Kenneka went through hell in that house with Theresa. The same ragged ass Theresa that we're seeing right now spiral out of control. She had that dark energy, that bad behavior in that house while that child was alive. And that's why I say Kenneka lived a horrible life with Theresa. Theresa's mind is unraveling publicly. Because the truth is, Theresa's been trying to outrun the truth for years and finally is caught up. What Theresa don't understand is you can't carry guilt, secrets, and instability forever. Because at some goddamn point, that mask is going to fall off. It's going to fall off. And what we're seeing online is some of the things that her children witnessed and saw in that house. Nothing but damn confusion, instability. No grounding, no accountability. That shit ain't a spiral. That's years of leaking out of her pores. Theresa's actions, her lies, her delusions, and her chaos. Maybe they all done finally come home to roost. Theresa's walking in unsolved trauma. Years of her abusing her own damn self. Unstable thinking, guilt, constant lying, secrets. Her mind is collapsing under a lifetime of chaos. that she never fixed. And this is why Kenneka was so vulnerable, because she was raised in chaos. And we have to understand that sometimes children that's raised in chaos become victims of their circumstances long before the world even see it. You can't run from the truth, family. It'll find you every time. Theresa is damn sure not grieving. Theresa is unraveling. And this is what happens when guilt meets reality. The secrets meets exposure. And when you put all this shit together, when you put it all together, Kenneka never stood a chance. She had a mother that was unstable. Theresa had questionable men in and out of that home. You got Kenneka walking through the house carrying a knife, trying to save herself from one of Theresa's men. Theresa out here being delusional and lying. No emotions, no structure. Kenneka didn't stand a chance. Even in life, she was failed over and over again. You know, we question. They made a big old issue about people not contacting Theresa. Or should I say Theresa made a big issue about Kenneka's so-say friends not contacting her in a timely manner. Theresa, don't you know that these girls, as rotten and ragged as they were, they all would hang in your house too. They knew who you were. They knew how you treated Kenneka. They saw what you exposed her to. They knew Kenneka was meek and humble, and she was a target. So if you treated her that way and you took advantage of her, Theresa, guess what? You opened the door for the world to take advantage of her. 19 years old, Kenneka wasn't ready for the world. Because everywhere she was, every group of friends she thought was her friends and she was with, she looked out of damn place. She looked out of place. So at the end of the day, Kenneka's no longer here. Theresa's losing her mind. And what bothers me more than anything, Theresa was never mad at nobody. Her child is gone. She was never mad with nobody. The only people that Theresa ever got mad with was those that were seeking justice for Kenneka. Now we got to make this shit make sense. How are you going to be mad with people that's advocating for the truth? But you can't be mad with the people that led her to danger. And they only led her to danger, Theresa, because you instructed it, bitch. Let's keep it real. Because it still bothers me as to why you and Lenora was at that hotel. It bothers me. Hey, Molly, welcome, my love. Yeah, for Theresa to be running them streets in Detroit in that freezing weather, naked, she was high as a kite. She's high as a kite. And I tell y'all what, I don't care what nobody says. Theresa ain't paid the price yet. This shit is dark. This shit is sinister. You mad at the wrong people. Everybody get a damn pass. Everybody who did dirt, everybody who did wrong, everybody that was a part of this shit. Theresa ain't mad with the hotel. Theresa ain't mad with the gangbangers. Theresa ain't mad with the friends that took her to that party. Theresa not even mad with Lenora because Kenneka called Lenora and told her she was uncomfortable and she didn't want to be there. Theresa ain't mad with nobody. But Theresa mad with Zach. Not Zach. Not Zach. May he rest in peace. I'm calling all the wrong name. May he rest in peace. Theresa mad with Jedediah. Make it make sense, Theresa. He was too close to the truth, trying to help you. But you didn't want the truth to come out, because had the truth come out, then you would have been implicated. So what y'all do? Shut this shit down. Let me grab a little money and pray to God all of this go away. But Theresa, what you fail to realize, that's not how life works. It wasn't going to go away because you thought it should go away. And the fucked up part is, y'all collected that money. You, your daughter, and your son. And none of y'all ain't got shit to show for it today, other than a bunch of cheap ass clothes and botched up BBLs. See how the mind works? Y'all didn't even have the mentality. Y'all didn't even have the mindset to even think like the Jeffersons and move on up. Come on now, Theresa. This is embarrassing on all levels. But I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Cakes Bless says she brought this to herself for making those choices in her life. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't have no sympathy for her. But here you got this type of money. This type of money. This, you've been going through this since 2017. And just May of this year. Girl, you could have buried Kenneka in a private cemetery somewhere. You could have put her in a boat. You could have did whatever you wanted to do with her. But you just threw her out there somewhere with no headstone. But she got one a couple of months ago. Make this shit make sense. And you wonder why the community is on your ass. Welcome back, sister. And you wonder why the community is on your ass. You did absolutely nothing, Theresa, that made sense. You could have taken that little bit of money that you sold your soul for. Made money. That money could have still been generating and flipping for you today. You did nothing for the place that you come from. You did nothing. You could have opened up a foundation in your daughter's name. You did none of that. But you want the world to feel bad for you. I don't. I don't. Because for a mother to bring her ass out here and allow those people to tell you that your daughter walked in a freezer and laid down and you accepted that shit? Now, ma'am, mm-mm. Then you bring your ass out here. The hotel ain't got nothing to do with it. They didn't do Kenneka nothing. What? All I know, you ain't shit. And now the world is beginning to see you ain't shit because God is going to make you pay for it. And you're paying for it openly. Pray for Theresa. Theresa going through some shit. Look, we all go through some shit, but everybody don't do the shit that Theresa's doing. You want to live in dark and evil energy. You go pay the dark and evil price, and you ain't pulling me in that shit when I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's it, and that's all. You made them choices, not me. And you made it while sacrificing something that you laid down there and gave birth to. I didn't give birth to her, you did. But you want the world to give you sympathy as they see how you mistreated her. And if you mistreated her in death, we could almost assume what you did to her while she was alive. Hey, Breezy Love, welcome, boo. Kristen said I would have never taken that payout. But since she did, she should have met with the financial attorney and invested. All she wanted was a BBL, boo. She wanted a BBL. She wanted big titties. She wanted ass. She wanted all that. And now she out here looking like an ass. Now you out here spiraling. Marty says I could only watch a bit of her exhibition, but I'm sorry, I was waiting on her head swivel. Girl, Marty, you ain't missed shit. Tanya, you know what, sis? You're absolutely right. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Ms. B, she sold herself to the devil, boo. She sold herself. That's right, Robin. A lot of stuff we do is damn sure self-afflicting. Tina said Theresa made her bed. Now she got to lay in it. Whatever comes her way, comes her way. And she just got to boot up, suit up, and accept it. That's it, and that's all. My girl Cindy said, don't nobody want you when you're down and out. And Theresa is living it today. Sean says, as far as I'm concerned, she don't get any more grace than the other monsters that's been covered. There's no grace for her. None. Where's the grace for Kenneka? And Theresa, you know what's really sad? If you ever hear this, all the theories, all the stories that's coming out about you and how dirty your hands are and how you've been attached to so many illegal and dark things. Theresa, if that's true, Theresa, this is just the beginning of your end. This is just the beginning. If everything that's being said, because allegedly, Theresa, you got something to do with your brother no longer being here. You got something to do with several other people not being here, Theresa. And I pray that's not the situation. Maybe that's why your soul is weary. Maybe that's why them demons tearing your ass up. God don't bless no mess. And it's sad to see. Sunshine said that's no amount of money that would make me sell my soul or my child's soul to the devil. Her mentality, her level of understanding, thinking she could get rich quick, thinking she could live better today than she did yesterday. And that same money, blood money, her lifestyle never improved. I don't give a damn how many clothes you put on your back. You're still that same dark, evil, demonic person that you've always been. Because that's all you got from that money. Was a few rags here. Hey, it's me. A few rags here and a few rags there. Peace be still. Robin, I agree with you. Robin says, I believe she had a hand in her daughter's demise. Robin, I do believe that she did. Because how can she move the way she moved, Robin, with no emotion? Robin, my black ass would have been laying on the floor in that hotel. They would have had to call a street sweeper to sweep me up. Because I ain't leaving until y'all give me the answers that I need when it comes to my child. Y'all not going to do this to me. And I'm not kikiing and ha-haing with none of you bastards. Because y'all going to tell me what happened to my daughter. But Theresa bought her big back. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah. But then you want to fight Jedediah. Theresa, sit your ass down. Sad. Everybody risking their lives, wanting justice for Kenneka. People leaving their families, going on the front line, justice for Kenneka. Willing to take a bullet, willing to lay down, go to jail, everything. Justice for Kenneka. And you got her mama in the background cutting deals. Y'all sit down, shut up. Nobody did my daughter nothing. She's signing paperwork in the background. Now ain't that a bitch? Theresa, you done too much, baby. And you know what's sad about Theresa? Right now is very telling. It's showing. It may be 50 years from now. Kenneka's truth is going to come out. Whether you in a A.T. Lamont, welcome. Whether you in a straight jacket, Theresa, or kicking up dirt. Kenneka's truth will come out. Cindy says Monifa and Irene set Kenneka up out of jealousy. Cindy, I kind of believed that in the beginning too, right? But Cindy, do you think they were the only ones that set her up? Because Cindy, what I believe to be true, and that's me, I believe Monifa and Irene's hands are very, very dirty. I believe that with all my heart. But Cindy, I also believe, hey, Shingy Eyes, welcome, boo. I also believe that everything that they done, every step that they made, the way all of this shit was handled, it was done. It was done. But they got instructions from Theresa first. Because what mother? Somebody's gonna call me 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, MOCA, look, your daughter was out with us. We done searched everywhere for her. We cannot find her. Look, let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn whether I was asleep, in a deep sleep, mouth all wet, pillowcase soaking wet. I don't give a damn. You call me with news like that, my first response would not be, bring me my car. Theresa and Lenora didn't like Kenneka like that. Y'all don't find it odd? That particular night, Theresa just voluntarily give her car to Kenneka to go someplace. That was a setup. That was a setup. Kenneka couldn't use the car to go nowhere else. But that night is okay. Hey, Tara Tate, welcome to the chat, my love. But that particular night is okay. Like a Rochelle, hey, Niecy, how are you? That particular night is okay for Kenneka to use Theresa's car. Theresa asked no other question. Bring me my car, she said. Shit. Cakes Bless says, what happened to Kenneka's settlement from her father? Her father left it to her. I don't know. I don't know. Top said, it's sad. It wasn't the first thing she did when receiving that money. But why she just got a headstone? Exactly, Top. Exactly. Man, Theresa ain't shit. Robin, Theresa wasn't mad at nobody. The world saw that with Kenneka. The world saw what this child went through. And her mama made a whole mockery. Her mama kept drawing attention to the situation. I don't feel sorry for Theresa. Cindy says Kenneka is running Theresa crazy. It's just a matter of time before she make headlines in the news. Oh, baby. This is crazy to me. The thing is, Theresa was getting mad at the wrong people. And I mean an angry mad. She didn't want the truth to come out. Robin says they were there on the scene. Theresa and Lenore was there. And that's why I didn't believe that shit when they said they made the phone call and all Theresa said was bring me my car. Bitch, you wasn't asleep. That's why when Nancy Grace tackled your ass, you didn't know how to answer the questions. First you was asleep. Then you didn't know what you was doing. Because Nancy triggered your ass and put you in a corner and you didn't know how to come back with the right answer. Theresa, all your lies is coming back to haunt you. Calling off a march. Go. Theresa. That's a good question. Where's Lenore? I don't know, but Lenore cutting up on Facebook right about now because you know the night Theresa ran them streets naked. Showing off that BBL. How they botched it up. Right? Theresa got 5150. So right now, she's mentally locked up. How long they gonna hold her? I don't know. But I believe Theresa is doing this shit for one or two reasons. Theresa is doing this because ain't nobody in their right mind would run the streets of Chicago in the condition she was in. And this is only MOCA's opinion. Theresa got 5150 for one or two reasons. One, she's afraid for her life because something is going on. Or two, I don't believe she's afraid. Take that back, MOCA. I don't believe she's afraid. I believe the money is gone. That's number one. Nobody's fucking with Theresa anymore. That's number two. Theresa ain't got no income because she working her ass off really hard on Facebook so she could get a little change. And I think this was the final straw, getting 5150. Because now you get in the system. And Theresa's doing all this shit for a check. Attention and a check. That's what's going on. And I could be very wrong. Leanne, I'm with you. When you ain't got shit, ain't used to shit, ain't never had shit, how do you run through $3.7 million and still in the same damn position that you was in before you had it? Girl, bye. Kristen ain't shit. Kristen says Theresa got a BBL and they forgot to lift her titties because they're hanging longer than her grandma's dress. But you see, when you play with God, when you play with God in the worst kind of way, and not only play with God, but you're playing with his children. Look what you did, Kenneka, Theresa. Sean says, walking up that street looking like a silverback baby with socks on. Sunshine says, Theresa around here playing with too many evil spirits. Then speaking on God. Oh no, baby, God go show you something serious. He's showing it right now. He's breaking it down piece by piece. Piece by piece. And everything in the dark, y'all, it will definitely come to the light. It's me says, exactly. My oldest is 36 and my youngest is 28. And now I'm raising 3 of my grandkids. That girl chose a fake life over her child. I could never. No normal parent would. No normal parent would. She sold herself to the devil. And how do you bargain that life back? You can't. The devil don't make deals. The devil don't make deals. She should have read the fine print before she signed that NDA. Since when, Theresa, have you ever known the devil to compromise with you? You can't compromise with the devil, bitch. Either you on his side, you on his team, or you ain't. You got on a losing team, and now you can't get back from it. Exactly, Top. Who leaves a lost friend to go take a call to Theresa? Their stories are full of holes. Nothing is making sense. Robin said, and it goes back to what you said in the beginning, it was a time set for Kenneka's unalivement. Her friends handed Kenneka over to those people. That's it, and that's all. And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Theresa, I'm entitled to it. Hey, Lisa Harper, welcome, my love. Cecilia says, MOCA, evil is real. People who know God know I've seen evil and no one can tell me it doesn't exist. But God protected me. Baby, God is all just, all loving. But don't cross him. And Theresa, you don't cross many boundaries. That's sad. Robin says that's a good question. Was it Theresa that bought the headstone? In September of this year? Makes you wonder, right? Did she have any funds left in September of this year? Was it an anonymous donation that got that headstone? I wonder. Cakes Blessed says, in my opinion, I don't think Theresa was her real mother at all. I thought like that too, right? I thought like that. And I'm going to tell you what made me think that way, Cakes Blessed. Her behavior, her actions. Because everything that Theresa done negatively in this situation, it didn't point back to the signs of a mother. No mother would tell caring people, stop seeking answers for my daughter. Don't chase the truth. A loving, caring mother, a birth mother, would have never signed an NDA. Caring mother would not be out here defending the very people that she knows got everything to do with the unalivement of her child. Those are not the traits of a caring mother. So everything that a mother should be, Theresa presented herself as the opposite. And it gave me and everybody else the right to feel, think, and ask that question at one time, was she really Kenneka's mom? But unless I see it on paper, hey, Tip, welcome, boo. Unless I see it on paper, I ain't gonna run with no narratives other than for what I know. That's her damn mama. Because I done heard some stories. Shingy Eyes says, well, I'll be damned. Theresa only got that headstone because people was firing her up about it. Well, I'll be damned. You mean to tell me people had to tell this hoe to get a headstone? Well, if people had to tell her to get a headstone, that goes to show you just how fast she forgot about Kenneka after she got that money. Theresa, you ain't shit. Top said, wait. So Theresa had to be part of a gang or her man? Because I heard something about that regarding her son. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Theresa was involved with some shit. Theresa was involved with some heavy hitters. And this ain't nothing that MOCA done pull out the crack her ass. No, Theresa said that. Now y'all can go back to that live stream. The one when she was foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. Theresa said so much on that live stream. And the one the day before that, the rabid dog one, I couldn't listen. I just couldn't watch it. Theresa could have kept them spirits. She could have kept them. But she incriminated herself in a lot of things that she said. Theresa was telling without telling. Exactly, it's me. Nancy Grace ain't want to play with Theresa because she knew Theresa was a damn liar. An attention seeker. It's me said she better hope that what she did to her daughter don't happen to her in that facility. I heard that. All these spirits, Theresa's brother, Kenneka, Zach, and the list keeps growing. The more you talk about it, the more names come to surface. And y'all wonder why Theresa's spiraling? Theresa is running from the ghosts of her past. That's why she's spiraling. Cakes Bless, you ain't shit. Cakes Bless said, y'all, I can't even wrap my wig around the fact that this hoe received $3.7 million. Unwrap your wig, sister. Unwrap your wig, because Theresa received $3.7 million. What a price she paid. Hey, Ann Jones, welcome, boo. That makes no sense. Theresa should be ashamed of herself. Sean said, sis, the gag is this. The gag is, she mentioned Erykah Badu the other day and her video. Then she turn around and do the same thing. Well, I'll be damned. That's what I'm telling you. She ain't crazy. That's a game Theresa's playing. Theresa's playing a game. PJ say MOCA, she was also hollering justice for Kenneka in one video. Theresa need a spiritual bath. It's okay, Ann. It's okay, sis. Take care of yourself, boo. Hey, Uncle G, welcome, my love. Hey, Tip, I don't know if I spoke to you, boo. Wow, it's me said they forced her to do it, and people also donated for that baby's headstone. Theresa, you raggedy bitch, you ain't shit. $3.7 million, girl. You could have went to you could have went to the marble factory and made a headstone your damn self. You go wait for people. See, ghetto mentality. And people, I don't understand people of the world today. How could you sit there and see right in what Theresa got going on when she showed the world how she felt about Kenneka? But yet y'all still supporting that. I read the comments. Miss Theresa, keep going. We're behind you. You just as rotten and ragged as Theresa. Because ain't no damn way. Ain't no way I would support that shit. And if Theresa could have done it to her own daughter and felt nothing about it, what the hell makes you think Theresa wouldn't do it to you and go to bed like she done nothing? Theresa don't have emotions. She don't have a care nor concern for nobody. But y'all supporting that mess. And she wanted to go viral, she's viral. Top, I remember that too. I remember they said Irene was one of them lost twins. But they also said Irene was living there with Theresa. They also said that Theresa was out here trying to be a madam. Frozen wasn't shit either. Frozen disappeared. We don't hear shit more about Frozen. Can't find nothing on her. This whole case is a mess. The whole case is a mess. Ooh, it's me. I'm telling you. Theresa said some things. Theresa said some shit. It's me said. And she allegedly said her family is heavy hitters and spoke out on other things too. She spoke out on some shit. What kind of heavy hitters are your family members, Theresa? Oh, there might be some heavy hitters, smoking, drinking, gambling, but they too dumb. They ain't got no common sense. Because common sense would have told them to tell you not to sign a damn NDA. Common sense would have told them to tell you you wasn't going by this properly. And even after you fucked up in that area, common sense would have told them heavy hitters to tell you to keep your ragged ass off of the internet. And you wouldn't be 5150 today. So claiming heavy hitters in a drug game, Theresa, with your slow ass, that's not a flex. See where that mentality is. You get excited, Theresa, about the drug game. You get excited about gang members. You get excited about men that don't want you. But yet, your daughter still ain't at rest. Cindy said Teresa's hoping she end up in a nice little mental hospital to avoid her demons. She wants to stay medicated. She wants to stay medicated. And what way to get free medication with no repercussions behind it other than to play crazy. Yes, Samantha, there was money. Samantha, the GoFundMe, that money there was specifically, supposedly, for Kenneka's funeral. But word on the street is the story that Theresa gave them was that she took so long to get a headstone because she waited for the ground to settle. Bitch, what ground? So you, girl, you waiting for the ground to settle. Cakes Bless said he sure did. They told her to put clothes on and do it the right way and not nakedness in the street. That you are not the mama. Hmm, hmm, hmm. 8 years. 8 years. Hey, Trican Green, welcome. Hello, everyone. Well, that means she wasn't visiting her grave. She better be prepared. The worst has yet to come as far as her torture. She's worse than a sewer mite. I'm going to leave that up there. Because a sewer mite, you can't get no lower than a sewer mite. That's it and that's all. You definitely cannot get no lower than a sewer mite. This shit is hilarious. A sewer mite. And you called it right. The hell? You sitting up there and you didn't give her a headstone because you was waiting for the ground to settle. Settle your ass somewhere and think about the shit you done to her. Think about how you done failed her. But oh, I forget, you can't think about it. Can't think about it, Theresa. Because you're all raveled right now. Just stop it. Stop it. But guys, once again, we came out here and we did what we came out here to do. Ann says Theresa trying to act crazy so the people won't come after her for now talking crap after taking the blood money. Believe me, there's a reason behind all the shit she's doing. It's a reason behind the role she's playing. Shingy Ai says Theresa knew what she was doing. If the police department or any higher ups was after you, why would you make it easy for them getting locked up and medicated? Theresa knows exactly what she's doing. Cindy says, hell, it's cold in Chicago. Theresa is strung out on crack, broke as the 10 Commandments. Her only safe out is to play cray-cray for a warm bed and meds. And I think she's playing crazy. I really believe She's playing a role. And listen, Linda. For as cold as it was, the night she decided to be naked. Cindy, baby, I'm with you. She was on some good shit. Because ain't no way. Everything about that BBL should have froze in that moment. Bitch, you full of silicone. And you running them streets with shit jiggling, shit rocking, shit falling, and socks on. She was high as a kite. I believe that. Nobody could tell me different. Ann said Theresa got over $3 million. But it said she only spent $6,000 for Kenneka's funeral. But Ann, the money she spent on that funeral was a whole different set of money. That money came from a whole different place. It had nothing to do with a settlement. Cakes Blessed says 8 years for a headstone. I don't get it. She had $3.7 million. I bet she never went to visit or anything else. Listen, Linda, she ain't a grieving mother. She ain't. Nonsense said, I thought Crown Plaza paid for Kenneka's funeral. They paid Theresa, that was it, and that was all. That GoFundMe was dedicated to Kenneka's funeral. Those donations from the good-hearted people was supposed to go towards that funeral. The Crown Plaza wanted to be rid of Theresa. That's why they had her to sign that damn NDA. And now she got a ragged ass out here saying she was tricked. Hey, AB Original Man, welcome, boo. You're going to have to catch that replay. Mocha's been out here 1 hour and 55 minutes, and she's getting ready to roll up out of here. Track and green. Look, girl, that was some good crack. You know, crack is whack. But Theresa wore that crack out because there's no way, no damn way. Not even them crackheads wanted to be out. And they go find coats, plastic, whatever they can wrap their ass in to protect themselves from the wind. But Theresa, naked, with a pair of socks. She was feeling some type of way. Oh, Lord, Ann says for the way Theresa was foaming at the mouth, like a rabid dog. It was frightening. Bad karma, bad aura, baby. I said that. I didn't want to see that shit. Hey, Trina says, Mocha, that's why the drug dealer came and knocked on her door, knocked her door down looking for that money she owed him. It's me. Thank you, my love. It's me, said beautiful show. Thanks, Mocha, for another honest and reality check video. Thank you, my love. This is what we do here. You know, it ain't just Mocha talking this out, because we all are important over here. And that's why I say, you know, y'all don't have to sit in the bushes. Y'all don't have to sit in the bushes because this ain't a bush type of chat. We all a family here. If it ain't right, it ain't right. And we could agree to disagree. But we all here for the same common reason. We want justice. Good, bad, right, or wrong, or indifferent. We're going to talk about it. And one thing we know, we may not get the answers that we need today. But if we give it to God, we're going to get the answers that we need. Because He's an on-time God. Theresa may have thought she's gotten away with it. Here it is 8 years later. And her cookie is starting to crumble. I'm glad you came out the clouds too, it's me. 8 years later, her cookie is starting to crumble. And what Theresa don't understand, like my sister said, those demons gonna keep eating her until we get justice for Kenneka. AB Original Man said, your live streams always feels like family, sis. Brother, because we're family over here. And I'm happy to have you as a part of our family. Is that right? Welcome, my love. Her conscience is tearing that ass off. Thank you, my sister Kristen. Kristen said MOCA created this to be a safe space where a group of people can come together with different views for one outcome, and that is so much true. Because this is who we are. This is what we do. Cake Bless says, it did put in the mind frame that something deeply wrong with her yelling different voices, baby. When she come out with all them different voices, it was time to exit stage left. Them demons was tearing that ass up. Hey, world-class traveler, welcome, my love. Theresa Martin is under spiritual attack. If she don't get it right, it won't sit well for her. I don't understand how she got tricked. World-class traveler. At this point, she don't even understand how she got tricked. All Theresa saw was greenbacks and dollar signs. She didn't think about her child, and that was the trick. Theresa took the devil in there with her. Theresa came back lying. They locked me up. They locked me and my children up in this room until we said what they wanted us to say. They made us sign an NDA. I didn't understand what I was signing. Theresa, shut the hell up. You've been a devil all your life. You've been running tricks in the street all your life. You've been a hustler. You've been running the game. You've been, transporting, like you call it. Sucking eggplant. So you know the game, Theresa. So how can a trickster get tricked? Make me understand that. A trickster wasn't supposed to get tricked, Theresa. So the lies that you tell and the stories that you're trying to feed us right about now, my love, I ain't buying it because you knew better. You didn't feel that way when you was taking trips and buying men. You didn't feel that way. But it's funny how you started feeling that way when all the money went away. I'm not confused. I'm not confused. So, Theresa, the lies you tell, keep it moving. And the sad part about it, Theresa, your daughter knew you lied to. Lenora got that money. You ain't heard shit more from her. My sister. Bitch, you another one set your sister up. So go play in traffic with your mama. That's it and that's all. But guys, I just want to say, I appreciate you all for sitting on the porch with me tonight. We left the lights on for quite a time. I appreciate you all for your hearts, your truth, most of all, your presence. We come here, we do this for clarity. We do this for accountability. We do this for the community, and we remain to be a voice for the voiceless over here. As long as y'all sit with me on this porch, lighting up those cigarettes and pouring them drinks, we're going to keep telling the truth over here, even when the truth is uncomfortable. And I'm going to say that I love each and every one of y'all. I want y'all to stay safe, stay covered, stay unfiltered. And before I sign out, I'm going to encourage each and every one of you all to like the video, share out the live, subscribe to the channel if you felt tonight's message. And please, don't forget to hit the emojis on the right. Over here, we're family. Y'all keep this channel strong. And if nobody ever told you, there could be no MOCA if it was no y'all. And I promise each and every time that I open up this live stream, I do my best to give you all the very best of me. And I appreciate those of you that keep me grounded. But we're going to be back here. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy said she's a new subby, and MOCA's going to welcome all of you all who have sat on this porch and became a part of the Nola Bells family. I appreciate the love. I really, really do. I am who I say I am. MOCA Unfiltered. I am authentically me. That's all I know how to do. I was raised in an era where if you can't speak what's real and you can't speak the truth, keep your mouth closed. My word is all I got. I'm not going to lie and fabricate a story for a story to be told. And that's why I could bring Theresa ass to the front of the class. Because she gave me shit to talk about. And she's dissectable. And that's what we do, bring down who Theresa is. But on that note, guys, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say God bless you all. And I'm going to encourage each and every one of you to set your notifications so you know when I'm coming live. And you won't miss the party. Because we love to have each and every one of you here when we go live. Sometimes we sit on the porch. Sometimes we jump off the porch. Sometimes it get kind of heavy and hectic. We got a few drunks that lay on the porch. But either way it go, we in the middle of Bourbon Street and we on the porch, baby. Join the family. Grab a seat on the porch. You won't regret it. So on this note, I'm going to say good night, God bless, and I'll see you all later.
Oh, no, no bellows, the work ain't done. One tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's a chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Nola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.